Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening again, fellow gamers. Microsoft just finished up with their E3 2018 press conference, and what a show it was. They showed so many great looking games soon to come, but did they earn their respect on the exclusive games category this year? Let's talk. So Xbox opened the show with the new Halo game titled Halo Infinite, and this reveal absolutely blowed my mind. When that Halo music finally came on in the trailer and it showed Master Chief holding his helmet, I was in complete focus mode and just wanted to see so much more. What is this Halo game about? Is it following the story to Halo 5? Why did it emphasize Chief looking up to the Halo ring so much? What is the new slipspace engine like? Is this an open world Halo game? Because I think that would be extremely cool. Being able to explore anywhere on a Halo ring would be amazing. I'm really looking forward to this game. Next up, Xbox had Phil Spencer take the stage, of course. Phil Spencer is an amazing spokesman, and he's always a joy to watch lead the Microsoft show. He's almost up there with Reggie Fils-Aimé from Nintendo for how epic his stage presence is. Xbox went into the new Ori game, Ori and the Will of the Wisps. This game looks great. The first Ori game, Ori and the Blind Forest, was received extremely well, and fans have been wanting a sequel now for a while. I'm really looking forward to this game. Graphically, it's beautiful and has by far some of the best side-scroller gameplay we've seen in the last 5 years. Fallout 76, this game actually surprised me. I've never been a big Fallout fan, but for some reason this game really struck me. I think it was part of the music they had playing. You can't go wrong with Take Me Home Country Roads by John Denver. I'm not really into country music, but that song's amazing. Yeah, Fallout 76 looks great. I think what strikes me the most about it is just the world design. They seem to be going with a much more mountain-like world, and with it being 4 times the size of Fallout 4, this game is going to be just massive. Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. I'm really looking forward to this title. It looks like it's going to have some really intense gameplay, and it's developed by From Software. I have complete faith that this game will be a great game. At the end of the trailer, when it showed that giant snake coming at him on the bridge, that was really intense and just left me wanting to see more. Square Enix and Don't Nod Entertainment announced a new free game called The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit. I thought this game looked really neat. It looks like it will have a charming story. Seems to be about a boy and his imagination of being a space explorer, but it looked really good. It seems to be very similar to Life is Strange, which is definitely not a bad thing. I can't wait to download this game for free on June 26th once it comes out. Crackdown 3 got shown again with a February 2019 release. The trailer featured Terry Crews again, but now he's actually in the game as a playable character, which is extremely cool. This trailer was complete mayhem, just insane, over-the-top action, very in-your-face, you want to play this game style, very badass. While my hype for Crackdown 3 disappeared with all the delays, this trailer did bring it back a little bit. I just hope they didn't scrap the fully destructible building mechanics. If this feature is gone, then all hope is gone for Crackdown, because that's the feature that made me really interested in this game, was the destructible building, so hopefully that feature's still there. Nier Automata is coming to the Xbox One. Pretty cool, but not too important for me. I actually own Nier on the PS4 and was not a big fan of it. Others will feel differently because it's a great reviewed game, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. Metro Exodus. We got a very big trailer for this game that had just a pile of gameplay in it. It looks great visually, the graphics and the detail are incredible. This game doesn't really do too much for me though personally. I'm sure I'll pick it up a year after it releases when it's nice and cheap, but until then this isn't one of my standout titles from E3. Kingdom Hearts 3 coming to Xbox is going to be amazing for Xbox fans. We got a great trailer for this game featuring Frozen. The amount of charm this game brings and gorgeous visuals are just so good. This game has people hyped who don't even play video games regularly, so I'm really looking forward to picking up this title on day 1, January 29th. Cannot come soon enough. A little bit of info on Sea of Thieves DLC. This game was really hyped by a lot of people just to fail for the most part. Sure, it has a big install base, but the game just lacks variety of stuff to do. Hopefully the 2 new DLCs they announced will change that in the future and bring more for the game to offer. Battlefield 5, my opinion has not changed from my video of my EA E3 discussion. Gorgeous looking game, not interested. Forza Horizon 4 was next to get announced from Playground Games. The Horizon series just keeps getting better and better and better, and this game is no exception. The big thing they are talking about with this new Forza is how improved the seamless gameplay is while playing co-op online. How it's all one big living world with all the players for you to make friends with, and the seasons. So the seasons change regularly in this entry. In the winter, lakes will freeze and you can actually drive on them. In the spring, the backwoods trails are more wet, which will offer different driving mechanics. Forza never disappoints. It's releasing October 2nd, so be sure to pick it up if you own an Xbox, or get it with Xbox Game Pass for $10 a month because it's available right away. Phil Spencer announced that Playground Games is also working on a new game that isn't for the Forza Horizon, but what disappointed me is that Phil said that we would see it later, but we never saw anything. I was really hoping that we would see it in the show when he said later, but we never got nothing, so I'm very excited about it. I hope that it's Fable they are working on, because that's what the rumor is, but we'll just have to wait and see. Next, we got some more stuff on We Happy Few with a solid release date. This game looks really interesting. I'll probably play it someday, but it's not high on my list. It's a very creepy style game, very Nightmare Before Christmas-ish. I'll keep an eye on it when the reviews come out soon, when it releases in August, but till then, like I said, it's not too high on my E3 excitement list. More updates on PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. I've never been a fan of this game. I played PUBG on Xbox for a bit and I just found it too glitchy. The graphics really weren't up to par. The whole Battle Royale style in general, I'm just actually not a fan of, so yeah, we'll move on from that. Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition looks really awesome. I never even heard of this game before this show, but I'm a pretty big fan of anime style games. I really hope this game comes to the Nintendo Switch because that will definitely be the console I pick it up for. The Division 2 was up next. This game looks like a pretty decent improvement from the first game. They seem to be giving it a much more bright tone with the landscape and all the sun in it compared to the grayish city style of the first game. Hopefully we'll see a little bit more of it at the Ubisoft press conference tomorrow. I've never played the Division 1 too much, but I'm willing to give the Division 2 a try, so we'll just have to wait and see how it turns out and also how it looks, if you understand that reference, because back when they originally showed the Division 2, or the Division 1, sorry, at E3, the graphics were just mind-blowing, and then when the game actually came out, it just did not fare up, so. Next, we got a good slew of indie title clips that are coming to Xbox. Some of them look really interesting, some really fun. Shadow of the Tomb Raider then took the show with some great gameplay footage. It really looks like this game is going to finish the origin story from the 2 previous entries in the franchise. Tomb Raider games never disappoint. They are the closest thing Xbox has to the Uncharted series on PS4, and it's sure to be an amazing game. I probably won't buy it upon release because I've yet to even play Rise of the Tomb Raider, but both these games are on my playlists. At this point in the show, my heart stopped, as I saw pretty visuals and heard some good hip-hop music, and then saw some skateboarders. Session was revealed as an Xbox One console launch exclusive. The new skateboarding game looks really promising. I was really hoping that it was going to be Skate 4 when I saw the skateboarders, hence why my heart stopped beating, because I want a new skate game so bad. But this game could still be really good. I'm excited for it either way, because we need a good skateboarding game on consoles again. Next we had some more stuff on Black Desert Online. I've always wanted to try this game but never got around to it, so if anyone has played it, feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments. I wasn't expecting to see more stuff on this game at E3 because it released like 2 years ago and was also at E3 last year too, but it must be popular if they keep showing it. Now to talk about the game that in my opinion stole the whole show, Devil May Cry 5. Capcom showed a great trailer to this game. The gameplay looks really intense. It looks like it's going to be open world with a lot of crazy gameplay mechanics and likely a huge upgrading system. The soundtrack was really intense, and the developers said that this is one of the biggest games Capcom has ever made, and they're extremely proud of it. I can't wait to see more of this title in the future. Cuphead DLC got announced, and that's coming early 2019. So yeah, people are very excited about that. The next game shown was very interesting actually, and meant a lot to me personally. Tunic is a top-down role-playing adventure game, it seems like, where you play as this little fox and fight bad guys. The graphics looked amazing for a top-down game, something unique and even a little different on a level of detail. This game is actually developed though by a team from Halifax, Nova Scotia, which is only a little over an hour away from where I'm from. So the fact that this big game is made by a team not too far from where I live, and they actually said the words Halifax, Nova Scotia at E3 was pretty amazing to see for me. Next up was a new title being developed by Bandai Namco called Jump Force. This seems like an open world superhero-ish game where you actually play as a lot of characters Bandai develops games for, like Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, and Naruto. I can't wait to see some real gameplay of this title. It looked really intense with some over-the-top power on a big scale. I love games like that. Graphically, it looked pretty good as well. Gonna be nice to hopefully see more in the following days to come. Dying Light 2 got announced. This one I really wasn't expecting at all, but I'm extremely excited for. I love the first Dying Light with the insane parkour mechanics and the great cooperative gameplay. This title was definitely a standout for me at the conference. Look forward to seeing more of it. Okay, so a new Battletoads game got announced coming in 2019 that will feature 3-player couch co-op. This has me excited, but we never saw any gameplay, so we'll just have to wait and see more. Just Cause 4 was next to get announced. I'm a little sick of the Just Cause franchise personally. I played Just Cause 2 and 3 and they just didn't get me like the first one did on PS2, so I'm not overly excited for Just Cause 4. Gears Pop got announced for mobile. You guys already know mobile gaming isn't my thing, so let's just move on from that. Gears Tactics then got announced, which is a turn-based strategy take on Gears similar to XCOM games. This looked pretty good overall. I actually enjoy turn-based cover strategy games quite a bit, so I'm looking forward to seeing how this game fares out. Next up, even more Gears. We got hit with Gears 5. They showed a really nice cinematic trailer to this game that got pretty deep from a story standpoint. Gears of War has become such a big franchise on Xbox. It's no surprise the crowd went crazy when this got announced. While I still never played any Gears games after Gears of War 3, someday I will return to the Gears of War games, and maybe it will be when 5 comes out in 2019. Finally, to end off the show, Phil Spencer took the stage again discussing the future of Xbox when suddenly a huge glitch hit the show screens, and then we saw red computer hacking screens going to work, and next thing we knew, there it was. The first ever decent look at the world of Cyberpunk 2077 from CD Projekt Red. While we never got any gameplay footage, we did see a lot of in-game footage, and it looked absolutely incredible. There was actually so much going on in this trailer, it was hard to take it all in. It's sure to be a huge game with lots to do. I was really hoping to see some real gameplay, but I'm sure now that they have the in-game footage out, the actual gameplay reveal won't be too far behind. So overall, I gotta give this Xbox presentation probably a 7.5 out of 10. While some might say it deserves better, it just didn't show the things that I wanted to see from Xbox. We never got a new Fable, which is what I was mostly hoping for. Not to say it isn't coming in the future, but we'll just have to wait and see. Halo wowed me at the start, as I'm a big Halo fan, but I'm just so eager for more. I have so many questions about Halo Infinite and the new split space engine. I'm just dying to see more of what Halo's gonna bring. Gears 5 and Forza Horizon 4 are great and all, but they're what we expect, and I want to see new IPs. Sure, Xbox got a lot of new exclusives shown, but over half of them were just console launch exclusives, which means they're coming to PS4 and maybe even Switch eventually. So yeah, overall a good presentation, but not quite what I wanted from Xbox to make this an 8.5 or a 9 out of 10 or even a 10 out of 10. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I'll have more E3 news coming every day this week, so keep an eye on the channel. Thanks again to anyone liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel, and game on.